Hello everyone, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about a wonderful flow, which is really my personal favorite. And often when I lie down at night and I've had a big day, listen to my pulses, and when they're pounding a lot and saying a lot, this is just a wonderful flow to calm down everything. Umbilicus flow is really a flow that connects us to the earth. It connects us to the female energy, although of course it balances masculine and feminine. Umbilicus is what connects us to the mother through the umbilical cord, and also the first months when we are conceived, it goes through this cycle of energy of depth 6, which is related to the umbilicus energy. So very important, wonderful flow, and I'm going to talk you through it. So this first step, it's very simple. It's only 3 steps, and so we will practice both sides. So we'll start off by placing one hand on the shoulder and placing the other hand on the middle of the neck. So the shoulder here is safety energy location 11, and if we have stress in our life, or if we feel we're always hurrying and too busy, then that definitely piles up right at the 11. So 11 helps to let go of that and helps us to unload, while 12 helps to calm our mind, helps for us not to think as much, and really connecting the earth plane and the spirit plane, because 12 is located right in the middle, helping to clear the waistline. So this first simple hold is already very powerful, and you can come around like this or come around like this if that feels easier for you. If you're lying down and you lie back, then it's beautiful to put it back like this, because then it's a heart opener, which probably is my preference when I'm lying down on the couch and I'm just lying back into my 12. So that's why often we practice on our back, so we use the gravity of the body. And I just want to show and point out to you safety energy location 12. If we go to the middle of the neck, here's the spine, we place our fingers and then we slowly pull back like this, and then we stay where it feels comfortable, and then just place your fingers there and relax, get into the breath, and let the energy harmonize, and you will feel that it starts to open up, that it starts to get less tight. You may feel a pulsation coming up, and that's the movement of energy, the energy spiraling all the way to the center of the body. The next step is we're going to take our hand from the 12 and we're going to place it on 20, safety energy location 20, and safety energy location 20 helps us to focus, and we often see children in school sitting like this when they need to focus, when they want to focus, and they don't even know it. It brings mental clarity and just calms our mind. It is also where the bladder flow moves, starts here, goes over the top of the head and then down. So holding 20 helps also with depression and fear and anxiety. It's interesting because we're looking a lot at tapping these days, and this is one of the major points of tapping. So if you don't want to tap, or if you are somewhere where you can't really tap because it looks silly, then you can just simply hold it and nobody will notice. You can sit like this on your desk, or if you're sitting in a meeting, you can just place your hand there and it will be very discreet. And certainly as powerful as tapping, getting the energy to move. And we access that through listening to the pulse, the pulsation that you feel coming up from these locations. Traditionally, all these modalities come from a very similar source, from Chinese medicine, from the East, and so they have a very similar working and philosophy. So let's take one more breath here. Very nice. And then we're going to place our hand from the 20 to the same side 12. So we're holding this 11 and this 12. And while you're holding this, I'm just going to show you the illustrations in the book, The Art of Jinshin. And interestingly enough, it's my daughter here that is showing the flow pattern. And yeah, we were filming these and taking pictures, and she was there. So I said, okay, Mara, why don't you show the umbilicus flow? And I guess it's a synchronicity that my daughter is showing the umbilicus flow. And so umbilicus flow is a very nurturing and warming flow. I will read you some notes of it while you are holding your 11 and 12. It helps the ringing of the ears because part of the flow goes into the ear and then crosses to the other side into the other ear. It helps throat swelling, perspiring when asleep. It helps when you have a stiff ring finger or pain or pain in your ring finger, because umbilicus flow begins in the ring finger and then moves down through the arm. It helps arm pain, shoulder pain, elbow pain, things like tennis elbow, because yeah, again, the flow moves here and through this elbow joint and then up the arm through the shoulder joint, through T1, and apart also crosses to the front, clearing the heart and the chest area. So let's just briefly practice the other side. One hand on the shoulder and the other hand on the 12. So we're holding 11 and 12. So umbilicus flow is also a great flow for joint discomfort and rheumatism. So yeah, those painful joints, to oil them, the umbilicus flow is very important. It also helps our body thermostat, and the umbilicus flow warms the body. We call it sometimes the halo flow because, as you see, we start like this and then we go to 20 and 11. So it's like a halo, very protective, beautiful flow. So from the 12, we're going to go to the 20. And I hope you're really starting to feel the energy move. This flow is good for stress also, because we are really working and holding 11s and 12s. And often when we have stress, our safety energy locations in 11 and 12 will really react to stress and start to lock. Then they become safety energy locks. And when we open them up, they become locations again. They are just there, telling a story and telling us what is going on. And the last step is placing it on the same side 12, so we're holding 11 and 12. And that is the simple little flow. So let's bring our hands together and we will practice the mudra that connects the little source energy to the big source energy, holding the middle fingers. Little source energy, palms of the hands, big source energy, and you can bring your fingers to your third eye. And while you're doing this, I would like to show you the illustration of the umbilicus flow so you can see how it moves through the body and why it helps all these different things. The chest, the shoulders, the elbow, the finger, even goes to the heart, the breast area. Clearing the head, flows through the back of the ear, into the ear. That's why it can help tinnitus and ear ringing. Yes, so enjoy this flow and use your hands whenever you hold something, whenever you place your hands. You are practicing the art of jinshin. So thank you all so much for joining, and we will see you soon.